Elizabeth. I'm originally from New Jersey, live in Jamaica Plain. Well, I never thought about getting another degree at all. But a colleague of mine, actually, the principal oboist here, John Ferrillo, just called me up one Saturday morning, and he asked if I'd ever thought about being a spiritual director. So at that point, I started looking at options. And actually, Gordon-Conwell, I knew some friends who were students at Gordon-Conwell and are students there. So that was kind of an obvious first place to start. I wound up talking to Dr. Adams, Dr. Gwenfair Adams, and she gave me about an hour and a half of her time, and I took really careful notes just about the whole trajectory of the degree and the courses that are offered, which are all really incredible. And she started talking to me about her Dynamics of Spiritual Life class, just about putting your own life story within the story structure of Scripture. And then the point of doing is that you can help other people to do that as well. And I was really excited about that. I was really drawn to that, I think, because she has a love for the arts and deep appreciation for the arts. And I think there's a coherence between, storytelling and narrative. And what I do, even though music, symphony it's an abstract kind of narrative, but you still have a structure. You definitely have a structure to the music that we play. But I just think that everything I learn is really incredible. I don't know why, but for some reason, when I'm at seminary, a lot of times, a lot of musical analogies come to mind, and particular pieces come to mind. And then when I'm sitting on stage, a lot of times what I learn at seminary comes to mind. There really is a link, I think, between the arts and faith. Some of that I'm actually going to be exploring next year in an Arts and the Spirituality course, which I'm in the process of constructing right now for next fall. Dr. Adams graciously agreed to direct this independent study. I'm really intrigued by the similarity between arts and faith, but I'm also really intrigued by and inspired by, I think, composers who are Christians, and yet they're writing very specifically theological music, and they're taking it into the secular concert hall. Like James McMillan, we did the St. John Passion here a few years ago when I wasn't even thinking about seminary. Next year, I'm hoping to really study the works of Olivier Messiaen, and that also really intrigues me. Here we are. Messiaen was 20th century, but now 21st century. There are a lot of composers who write these works, and yet they're being performed in places like this. What does that mean for an artist who's a Christian? But in terms of what I want, that's all very edifying and very interesting for me. I do hope to find a way that I can use the education that I used at Gordon-Conwell to somehow serve the church as well. I'm just thinking and praying a lot about that and what that might mean, and I don't know yet. So I'm halfway through at this point, so we'll see where it leads. My name is Elizabeth Ostling, and this is my story.